Hi, Emma. This is Alan Cocker with ABC, former hitting coach for the Colorado Rockies and the Seattle Mariners. I'm going to take a look at your video this morning. And Emma, the first thing that I always look for is just to make sure that we're under balance. We want to try to maintain balance in our setup and throughout the whole swing process. And for me, the biggest thing with balance is the knees stay inside the feet, and then the head stays inside the knees. And we don't want our knees getting outside of our feet at any point throughout the swing. And we don't want our head swaying back or swaying forward outside of our knees at any point during the swing. So as you can see here, you're in a very good balanced setup position. All right, we're going to run this forward to the next phase of the swing, which is the load. Okay, and the load up phase is gathering or storing weight or energy into my back leg. Okay, so as we get into the load up phase, I want you to feel your weight on the inside part of your back leg right here. It's a good job of keeping that knee inside the front foot. Okay. Also in the load up phase, I'd like to see your hands in just a little bit higher position, more up here off your shoulder. Okay, and that's going to take the angle of your bat from here, and it's going to put the angle of the bat more here. And that's just a little bit stronger position to fire the swing from than with our hands sitting down here low like this. The first move that we want to make here is our hands are going to want to drop. Okay, we want to try to keep our hands above the top of the strike zone. So we'll run this forward just a little bit more. You can see here your hands start to drop just a little bit. Okay, the one thing that I always do look for in the load up phase is most hitters, their toe will touch first, as yours does. But it is not until this back or the front heel on the stride foot is fully into the ground am I into a good fully loaded position. You've probably heard the term get your get your foot down. That's where we are. Okay, now the next thing that I look for is once the heel plants into the ground is I want to keep this stride foot no more open than 45 degrees. Okay, you can see you're at 64. And what this does is it has a tendency, when the stride foot is open more than 45, it has a tendency to take these hips right here, and the front hip wants to leak out just a little bit early. Okay, I want to try to keep these hips more squared up and keep this front hip right here, keep it underneath me a little bit better, and keep it squared up to home plate just a little bit better. Okay, now the first move that we make into the actual swing process, remember all the weight that we loaded up to the inside part of this back thigh. The first move I'm going to make is with this back knee. This back knee is going to drive that weight and shift that weight into the thigh of my front leg, the inside part of the thigh of my front leg, okay, which you are actually doing a pretty good job of. All right, now the first move with the hands is going to be created with this back elbow. This back elbow is going to drop down into a slot that is right off the rib cage and right off the back hip, okay? And I want to get to a position where that drops right down into there, okay? And now we're in a connected position where my back shoulder, my back elbow, and my back hip are all in alignment. Now from this position, Emma, I want to see your hands working in front of your body. Okay, the center of gravity is your belly button or the buckle of your pants, of your baseball pants. Okay, I want to see the hands start to work forward in front of this center of gravity, somewhere into this area right here, just in front of your body. And the elbow at this particular point, this elbow right here will stop. Okay. As we run this forward, we're going to see that your elbow continues to go in front of you, and it's all the way out here by your center of gravity, and it should be back here in this area with your back hip. So we're getting our elbow in front of our power source, which is our lower half, our legs, and our back hip right here. Okay. At this point in time, I'd like to see your hands out here where your elbow is. All right, once we get to that connected point, the hands go forward, and that along with the drive of my backside, that's where I want to release the barrel at contact. So we'll run it forward to contact. Okay, at contact right here, I see just a little bit of barrel drag where the barrel is dragging behind your hands. At this point, I'd like to see the barrel of your bat more in this position. Okay, so it's more equal with your hands so that we're getting good full extension through this baseball. All right, the barrel of my bat should be facing the pitcher. You can see your barrel of your bat is starting to come across your body just a little bit. And the main reason for that, Emma, is we've just gotten our elbow in front of our power source. Okay, so let's erase. Let's run back to this particular position right here. Okay, we're getting drive with this back knee. This back knee is driving into the inside part of this front leg. All right, this point right here, this heel should be firmly into the ground, so I've got a good support to drive my back leg into. Okay, we're now in a connected position, and I'd like to see your hands work forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to set a tee over here on the outside part of the plate, equal to my front foot or just inside my front foot. Okay, and I'm going to get into this position. This foot is going to land. This foot's going to land, okay, right here. It's going to land into the ground. Now, I want you to just drive that knee into the front leg, and then I want you to get, and I want you to stop. Then I want you to get your shoulder, your elbow, and your back hip in a connected position, okay? Once you feel that position right there, now I want you to take the bottom hand that's on the bat, which in your case is going to be this left hand right here. I want you to take it off the bat, and I want you to feel from there, I want you to feel your elbow stop. Your elbow is going to stop right there, and I just want the barrel of the bat with your top hand, I want you to feel like you're releasing that barrel out here to contact, out here in this position. Okay, so if you were to actually let go of your bat and throw your bat, this bat's going to fly through the second baseman or the right side of the cage. And I think by doing this drill, this one-handed drill, I think you're going to feel how the elbow stops, and then all of this energy that we have created with our back, our legs, into our front leg, into here, and this connection, once the elbow stops right here, okay, now I'm just throwing the barrel of the bat through the baseball, and I should get good extension with my barrel finishing out into right center field. Okay, I think that drill alone will help you feel the connection and not let this elbow get ahead of your power source. All right, so Emma, thanks for coming to our camp, and I wish you all the luck.